Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. A subscriber just commented and he said that Saskatchewan is very hot right now in terms of a topic, not a very hot province. So he said that please keep on making videos on Saskatchewan. So I thought let's help you with another query. So let's talk about the work documents. Now, Saskatchewan is very strict about their documentation, and when it comes to work experience documents, first of all, you need to have at least 1 year of full-time work experience in the recent 10 years. This is a requirement. Okay, now you might say that, okay, 1 year experience gives me only 61 points. So how can somebody with 1 year of experience get selected by Saskatchewan? Well, close relatives. If you have close relatives, you will get selected. So 1 year is the minimum requirement. Okay, and the knock has to be in demand in that particular draw. Okay, so that 1 year needs to be 30 hours per week minimum. Okay, now let's talk about how you will prove your work experience with Saskatchewan if you are self-employed and if you were working for somebody. Okay, both of these scenarios, let's talk about that. Okay, so the first thing is first, you need to provide an employment letter, a work experience letter, a reference letter, whatever you can call it. And that letter needs to be either from your supervisor or from your HR officer. Okay, and that letter needs to be on official letterhead, obviously, of your company. That is something obvious. Now let's talk about the details. Your date of employment, okay, and your job position. These are mandatory things. Your main duties, but keep in mind, if you copy them from NOC 2021 or NOC 2016 versions, then that copy will be a straight rejection. Okay, so basically you get the idea from those NOC details provided on the Canadian Immigration website, and you match them with your job duties, and that is a tool to fix up all your NOC needs. Okay, so I mean, you cannot copy anything. So but your main duties need to be listed on that employee reference letter. And keep in mind, if you had worked in multiple organization or multiple job positions, then each job position or each company needs to have separate entities. Like for example, if you worked in another company, that will be another reference letter. If you worked in the same company but your job position changed, then your same reference letter will provide details about two positions, and main duties would be mentioned for both positions. Okay. Okay, now you need to also mention your HR officer needs to also mention company's brief introduction. Okay, and that brief introduction should mention nature of business, okay, industry, and operations. These three things need to be there in that introduction. Okay, after that, the name, signature, and contact information of the person who is signing it, whether it is your manager, your supervisor, or your HR officer. Okay, and then email address must match the company domain. It cannot be at yahoo.com, it cannot be at gmail.com. Phone number should also be the official telephone number of your company. Okay, so this is something very crucial. At gmail.com, it's not going to work. It needs to be same as your company's domain. And I remember last time I read somewhere a person's application was rejected because Saskatchewan said that your company's website was made 2 months ago. Okay, so they can check when a website was made. So that website was made 2 months ago, and the person is applying and saying that, okay, this is my company's website, I've been working there. So his application was rejected. Okay, so don't make any mistakes, please. Always go with something very, very strong. Even if your company does not have a website, well, it is not possible. But if they don't have a website, then you need to get it written on a paper by your, MD or whatever. Okay, because you need to be very careful, because every company has a website or a Facebook page or a LinkedIn page. Okay, apart from that, the location of the company is also crucial to be mentioned on that reference letter. Okay, so this was about the reference letter. Now let's talk about a requirement. Saskatchewan says that apart from these requirements that I've mentioned already, they need 3 more documents at least. And one of those documents need to be government issued. So example of those documents could be your pension fund, your provident funds, your social security record, medical insurance. This is one option. Then the second option is work permits, work visas, labor cards for any foreign work experience. For example, if you've been working in your home country, you wouldn't need work visa, work permit. But if you've been working in another company, in another country, and in Pakistan as well, if you've been working in a different province, then you have a government issue document as well for that. I don't have it, but usually you need that document as well. So if you have that document, why not provide it? Then your employment contracts. Okay, obviously there should be a contract between you and your employer. And then this is something important, interesting, specific examples of the work completed with your employer. So if you ask me, I will provide all of these details. I would provide all of these details. I will not leave anything to ambiguity. I would not leave anything to guess. Okay, so specific examples of the work completed with your employer and any additional information that may verify your work experience. This is what Saskatchewan asks for. So that's why I'm saying that whatever documents you have related to your, for example, if you have pay stubs, if you have salary certificates, if you have income tax documents, if you have bank statements showing that your salary was credited into your account, provide all of these things. Do not hold back. Okay, now let's talk about the self-employed people. You need to provide your business license, your self-employment tax documents, your proof of income, and 2 letters of references from your clients. Yeah, these 3 things are all. That's all. Business license, self-employment tax documents, proof of income, 2 letters of references from your clients, because usually 0621 is a knock code that could be for self-employed people as well. And always keep in mind that when it comes to self-employed, if you have a company who is selling digital marketing services, then your knock code will not be of a CEO or and managing director. No, your knock code will be a digital marketeer's knock code as well. Okay, so having a self-employed person does not mean that your knock code is 0621, because that's for shop owners, right? Whatever your company is doing, that is your knock code. Okay, so with these words, this is Ali Iftikhar, and I'm hoping great things are coming your way.